All right, so here's last Friday's draft, Aether Revolt and Kaladesh, and pack one, pick one. I mean, it was kind of exciting. Our rare was definitely not exciting. That stupid one mana artifact thing that when it hits somebody, they can't cast a spell or something along those lines. So, just looking through the cards there, you can see not that exciting of a pack, but was really excited to see the Ridge Scale Tusker. That ended up being pack one, pick one. The card's just insane. It feels almost like a uncommon mythic rare. This card just presents a lot of power, and it's a very strong card, and very strong pack one, pick one. Pack two, pick one. Again, wasn't too much going on in this pack. You can see the foil bird there. Ended up going with just a straight up removal spell. The Daring Demolition there, definitely going to be the pick in pack two. Straight up removal is always very good in the draft format, so that ended up making the cut. However, we didn't end up going into black. Pack three. Not too much. There were a few different picks, because at this point, again, still thought I was going to be in probably that black-green, but then I saw the Untethered Express, and I mean, that card's just 4 mana for a 4/4 trample. Whenever it attacks, it just grows. You can see the choices there that I was debating on those 3. Untethered Express, the little cat guy that comes with the 2/1/1s, and then the Fen, whatever its name is there with Improvise, but ultimately decided to go with the Untethered Express. Felt very solid taking that card. The card's very, very, very good. Now in the next pack here, a few different options. Prey Upon, just removal, and then a second Untethered Express, so pretty easy choice there at that point. I mean, not quite sure how this made it this far. Maybe there was just better options in this pack. The big Juggernaut guy in the back, or whatever he's called, that has to attack every turn. The big 7/5, I think he is. But yeah, ultimately just went with the second Untethered Express here. Very solid card to pick up. Starting to see that white seems to be like it's being taken. White kind of dried up real quick. Doesn't seem like too much is really going on in these packs, but did come across Chandra's Revolution. This card is potentially pack one, pick oneable, assuming you kind of miss on your uncommons and your rares bad. So at that point, I felt pretty safe taking it. Still debating on the second color, whether it was going to be the black or the red here. But the pick was definitely Chandra's Revolution here. 4 mana, deals 4 damage to target creature, and then you tap down their land, and it doesn't untap during their next untap step, which is, I mean, that's really great, especially if they're on 2 colors. Get to keep them off whatever they're going to be doing next turn. So very, very happy with that pickup. The next pack, again, Prey Upon. A few other options. Black. There's that black guy where you sacrifice the creature or artifact. It gets a 1/1 counter. So black seemed like it was still a potential to go into. I ended up just going with the Implement here. I just feel like this card is really strong with 1 mana. You get the 1/1 counter, and then you get to draw the card. And if you read it very carefully, it's not, you don't have to sacrifice it. So if it gets destroyed or just removed from the battlefield whatsoever, you draw the card. And it ended up coming to me in the next pack. So that was pack 1, pick 6 and 7. I took 2 implements in a row. I just felt like that card's very good. Next, some more removal, but the Scrounging Bandar made it around, so that was just a snap pick. Card's really, really strong, especially being at 2 mana. In this draft format, 2 mana is hard to come by, so yeah, the Bandar was definitely the pick here. starting to come together with some of the removal. Took Prey Upon here. It's a very, very good removal. 1 mana, and it's pretty self-explanatory why Prey Upon's a good card. Just went with the only color available here in this pack, the Unbridled Growth. Still debating on whether I want to dabble into the black or not, but not too sure how I feel about that card. That's the one where they have to sacrifice a creature and an artifact creature or an artifact or whatever it does. Not quite sure how I feel about that. Just ended up going with the Unbridled Growth here. It's an okay card. Not sure if it's going to make the final cut. I don't think it did. Went with another Prey Upon here. Card's just the only card that seemed available in our colors. Always okay, and always happy to be picking up removal. That's totally okay with me. I just went with Silkweaver Elite. Felt it was better over. I believe that was. I'm not quite sure what was in that pack, but again, not sure if I was in red yet. Went with the Natural Obsolescence in this pack. Never know when you're going to run into artifacts, and then got past a Destructive Tampering. So not that bad of a card, especially if we decide to go into red, which I did end up doing. We did end up in red, so not too bad. Pack 2, the Menace guy, nothing really screamed out to me with the blue rare. The 3 blue acts with Improvise, and you go search for artifacts or something, so definitely wasn't an exciting rare. Definitely 2 packs, bulk rare city on both, so pack 2, pick 1. Just going to end up being, at this point, I'm just going to end up solidifying the choice to go into red and just take the boar here, the Outland Boar. 4 mana, can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, 4/4, so really strong, fit into our theme here that we were going for, so decided to take that. Now, I was editing these the pictures of the cards in, but it's real time consuming, and I don't know. If you guys really like it and you want to see the cards and read the cards, I'll do it for the next draft, but I'll probably end up doing it for the Modern Masters draft, but we're just going to go with Aether Chaser here. It's a 2 mana, 2/1 first strike. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy counters. Then whenever he attacks, you can pay 2 energy. If you do, you create a 1/1 Servo Artifact Creature token. So again, 2 mana, very good. First strike, extremely good. And you get the extra energy there. So overall, pretty solid pick from this pack. Didn't feel too bad taking it. Always love picking up 2 drops again because they are very hard to come by in this draft format. This pack, nothing too exciting until I got to the back of it and saw the Malfist Revolutionary. I think that this card is just fantastic. At this point, it's pretty obvious around the table that green seems to be wide open. So very happy that I did end up going into green. End up taking the Malfist Revolutionary here. 3 mana, 3/3 trample. When it enters the battlefield or dies, for each counter on target permanent or player, give that permanent or player another of that kind. So buffs up the 1/1 counters. Could even be used for energy. Very good card. Here I was extremely happy to see the siege modification for the 2 Untethered Expresses. Immediately took that. That's one where you enchant it. It just turns it automatically into a creature. It gets +3/+0 and first strike. So at this point, no doubt in my mind, just definitely into the red. Siege mod was outstanding pickup already with 2 of those Expresses. So this pack, not too much going on in this pack. Not sure what even the pick is here. Nothing really stood out to me. Ended up going, I believe, here with we went with Aether Herder, the 4 mana 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Again, when it attacks, you can pay the 2 energy, get a 1/1 servo. So just felt like it was better than the Silkweaver Elite. It ended up making the cut anyway into the deck. So not too much going on here. I do like the Improvise guy with Menace, the 4 mana 3/3 Sweatworks Brawler. Yeah, Ended up going with him, 4 mana, 3/3 with Menace, with the potential to get it out a little earlier with Improvise. Just a very solid pick here, so totally okay taking that card. Kind of solidify the red a little more, get a little more red threats in the deck. Just waiting for a partner to the right of me to be done. Get the next pack here. That's the 1 mana 7/11. Thought it would be okay with Siege modification, but didn't want to get too greedy with it. Just ended up staying my colors, staying in green, which again seems to be completely wide open. So I'm just loving everything with green coming my way here. Debating between the rare, which isn't that good, Aid from the Cowl. That's the 5 mana Revolt. You get to reveal the top card of your library. And the 1/1 counter card. And a second Aether Herder, which ended up being the pick here. The 4 mana 3/3. It gets the 2 energy, and then you get the servo when it attacks if you pay the 2 mana. I don't know, the Leopard, Hijack, and then the Pump spell here in this pack. Just decided to go with the creature, the Aether Stream Leopard, 2 mana, 2/3 trample. When it enters, you get 1 energy. Then whenever it attacks, you can pay an energy and give it +2/+0 to the end of turn. This pack here, there was a second Malphus Revolutionary, definitely took that. And again, he's the 3-drop with trample, 3/3. When he enters, you can basically, I'm going for the 1/1 counters. Just double up on the 1/1 counters, but we have enough energy cards, we can make that work too. Not too much going on in this pack. I ended up going with a Silk Weaver, whatever his name is. Silk Weaver Elite. 3 mana reach, Revolt, 2/2. If you trigger Revolt, you get to draw a card. Not quite sure how I feel about that card. Ended up taking the rare there. That was the Aid from the Cowl, 5-drop, again with Revolt enchantment. Hijack or a Pump spell. Kind of just want to take... Oh, that's not Hijack. That's the other one. I apologize. The one where if you take it if it has power 4 or lower. Ended up just taking the Pump spell there. And then got past a Silk Weaver Elite, so... Not too bad. Deck's kind of shaping up. Pretty excited to be where I'm at. The High Spire Infusion is the Pump spell there, 2 mana instant. Target creature gets +3/+3, and then you also get 2 energy. So, moving into the Kaladesh pack. Nothing too crazy. Got a black rare. That black rare would be sweet had I stayed in the black. I believe you pay 1, sacrifice a creature, put a 1/1 counter on it, something along those lines. Ended up just going with the Ballista Charger here, 5 mana, 6/6. Vehicle, whenever it attacks, you deal 1 damage to target creature or player with a crew of 3 on it. So that ended up being our pick one from Kaladesh. Did it end up making the cut? Maybe it should have. I'm not entirely sure. Card seems like it's really, really strong. It probably should have just been in the deck. Hijack the 1 mana, shoot something down with flying or something, and a hunt the weak, and I get I get passed this far into it. A Arborback Stomper, 5 mana, 5/4 trample. When it enters the battlefield, to get 5 life. So that's a pretty easy take right there. Just auto take that. Card seems really strong in limited, and yeah, the card was really strong in limited. Very, very powerful magic card. 5 mana, 5/4. Half of Thragtusk, gain 5 life. It's very, very strong. Not too much going on in this pack. Black. There's still a lot of black cards floating around here, which I'm surprised to see. Maybe they're not that great of black cards, but I don't know. I like the little bat. Like it's Anthemed if you have an artifact. Ended up going with the High Spire Artisan here. 3 mana, 0/3 reach with Fabricate. Again, going on the 1/1 counter. It ended up making the cut of the deck just because I felt like I was weak to flyers. And I feel like this card, if left unchecked, it's very, very good. It's very insane. I think I had it up to a 6/9 or something ridiculous in one of the games. So it was just, it's a very strong card. This late got past a Harness Lightning, just pretty much snap auto take there. 2 mana instant, true star creature, you get 3 energy. It deals however much you pay in energy to that creature. Very, very strong card. I was surprised to pick it up that late, so kind of felt like no one really was in red or green. Or if they were, they weren't taking the right cards. Got past another Arborback Stomper, 5 mana, 5/4 trample. You get the 5 life when it enters in, so pretty easy. Just pick up the second one here. No reason not to. Card's really good. There's a red rare. He kind of goes with artifacts if I remember correctly, but don't really have an artifact theme, so just gonna take the powerhouse. Half a Tusky there. Go with that card. Seems pretty good. Not too upset by taking a second one by any means. A few different options in this pack. Furious Reprisal seems like a very, very solid card. 4 mana, deals 2 damage to each of 2 target creatures and or players. Ended up being the take here. Can only take 1 card. Ended up going with it. 4 mana, sorcery speed. It just seems like a very, very solid card. Didn't end up making the cut. Probably should have, but not too much craziness going on in this pack. Probably should have taken the vehicle there, the train. Card just seems extremely strong. Not quite sure what the pick was here. I ended up going with the fabrication module. Not entirely sure why. I guess I was kind of thinking about the 1/1 counter synergies going on. Looking back on it, definitely probably should have taken the train. Whatever the train is called. I'm not too familiar with all the names yet fully. Ended up going with the Elegant Edgecrafters. 6 mana, 3/4. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, Fabricate 2. Again, kind of fit in with the 1/1 counters sub-theme I was going for. Didn't end up making the cut though. Kind of felt like too much mana for, I mean, at best, what would it be? A 5/6, so for 6, a 5/6 for 6. I don't know, maybe it was wrong not including it. A lot of options in this pack. A lot of strong options in this pack. A tune with the Aether, Hunt the Weak. I ended up going with the Hunt the Weak. 4 mana, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature you control, and then it fights another creature you don't control. A few different options going on in this pack also. Ended up going with the Kujar Seed Sculptor. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. 2 mana, 1/2. When it enters this battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. So again, just keeping that 1/1 counter theme going. A couple of options here. We had the Spontaneous Artist. Ended up just going with the Wily Bandar. Card is not good. Probably shouldn't have taken it. Always okay to pick up Hijack. You never know. Leave it in the sideboard when someone gets a bomb to just take it. That pick there was a Spontaneous Artist. 4 mana, 3/3. When it enters the battlefield to get an energy. Pay an energy, and target creature gains haste until the end of turn. So, yeah, I felt really, really solid with where I'm at with how I did this draft. And we got past 9th Bridge Patrol white card, so not making the cut. But overall, I felt like we did really, really good. And as it turns out, we ended up doing really, really good. We came in first place, 4-0. So I have some footage of some of the games, and I'll be putting that up now. And we'll take a look at some of the more interesting turns. And that was it. I felt like it was drafted kind of just fell all together. Didn't really seem like anyone was in green, and the pieces just kind of fell into place for it. So very happy with how it turned out. All right, so my camera didn't catch any of round 1, but this is round 2, game 1 of round 2, and this is what I meant by Ridge Scale Tusker just feeling like a mythic rare. Just built up the board state, played it, and it was just really strong. And you can see there I even missed putting the 1/1 counter on the Aether Chaser there. But again, this is round 2, game 1. Ridge Scale Tusker just comes down on a full board. And there is that guy with reach. What's his name now? The High Spire Artisan, and you can see he's up to a 5/8 right now, which was the biggest I ended up getting him. But again, the board state was just too ridiculous. You can see my opponent still at 20 life, just felt he was too behind, just had to go to the next game. And in game 2, I got a Untethered Express out on turn 4, and unfortunately, again, for my opponent, I ended up having the Siege modification. So turn 4, Untethered Express, right into a turn 5 Siege modification, and just took the game over from there. Just a really powerful combination of those two cards. Just turning the Untethered Express into a straight-up creature with the Siege modification, giving it the +3 first strike, and then the Express has trample itself. So just swing in, get the trigger. He gets the 1/1 counter. Opponent's just like, yeah, just gonna take 9 here. So cards is very strong. Gets another look at his draw, and just not quite sure, how to really come back and handle the Express. Now there is removal. He did have Fragmentize in his deck, so was really kind of looking to drawing that to just take care of the Untethered Express. However, he wasn't able to draw it, and there you can see. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with the names. Malfist Revolutionary coming out, just giving it another counter. It's swinging in, getting even another counter from the trigger. Blocks there, takes the trample. Just a lot of damage. Really hard to fight through. Drops down to 2. Gets one last look, really hoping to pull Fragmentize or some sort of answer to just get rid of the artifact. But unfortunately, he is unable to come up with an answer. So we walk away at this point. Round 2, we're 2-0. And nothing really excited happened in the third round, so I don't have any footage of it. Did end up going 3-0 though. Did win that one 2-0, and take it into round 4. And this little funny bit happened.
That was like
I'm rolling my die.
That's fine. You roll your die, you're gonna roll low with them, so.
Double 6s.
It's even worse.
Ended up getting the double 6s, which was just absolutely crazy and insane. So, but here is the entirety of round 4, and I'll just let it play out and probably put up some music to it. So that's it. We ended up going 4-0 with this deck. We end up winning this game 2-1. So my opponent ends up getting game 1, and I come back and take games 2 and 3. So I'll let this play out. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, go ahead, click the thumbs up button, click the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. Really excited for tomorrow, which is finally our first crack at Modern Masters Draft. So stay tuned. I'll probably be putting that up on Saturday. And again, just thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.